Nobody saw this coming. A team most people wrote off as maybe a play-in team if everything breaks right has turned into one of the most annoying teams in the East to play. And weirdly, the moment that kind of explains the whole season is one play, that chase down block against OKC.
It's a block by Scotty. What a big time defensive player of the year play.
Because it wasn't just a highlight, it was a summary of who they are now. Defense first, stars who can do a bit of everything, and a vibe where hustle actually turns into wins. So here are 8 real truths that explain why that one block wasn't random, and why this identity shift feels legit. Chapter 1. The game-stealing block. Let's be real. Most regular season wins get forgotten, but some plays don't. And that block in OKC is one of those plays. Winning in Oklahoma City is hard enough. But the play that flipped the whole mood of the game was Scotty Barnes basically saying, "Not tonight. One possession, high pressure. They think they've got a clean look." And Scotty comes flying in and just erases it. If you pause the replay, you can see how perfect it is. The timing, the reach, the patience. He doesn't guess. He waits, then he swallows the shot. And what makes it crazier is who was on the floor for OKC. Dort, Shea, Chet, Giddey, Kenrich. That's not some weak lineup, but they still got denied by a play that only happens when someone has that mix of length and instincts. And plays like that do more than win a game. They send a message. Easy points aren't easy anymore. Chapter 2. Scotty Barnes' defensive case. If you want to start arguments online, bring up Defensive Player of the Year, because the award usually goes to the same type of guy. Big center, rim protector, anchor. But the league isn't just about one guy standing in the paint anymore. Everything is switches, space, and matchup hunting. And that's where Scotty's season hits different. 5 blocks a game, which is already ridiculous for someone who isn't a center. But the bigger thing is when he makes plays. It's not stat padding blocks when the game is over. It's the moment where the other team is about to take control, and Scotty just ruins the possession. And when you watch teams play the Raptors, you can tell they feel him. They second guess passes. They hesitate at the rim. They look for a safer option. That's what the best defenders do. It's the Draymond thing, the Pippen thing. Chapter 3. The tape doesn't lie. This is where the case gets easy, because you don't even need stats. Just watch the film. One play he's guarding a wing in space. Next play he's holding his own in the post. Then he's switching, recovering, and still getting to the rim to contest. There are clips where he's backpedaling in transition, picks up the ball handler, then ends up contesting a big at the rim 2 seconds later. That's not normal. And it's not just athleticism either. It's awareness. He reads actions early. He knows where the danger is. That's why the Raptors can do more stuff defensively. Because with Scotty, you're not scared of the matchup the offense is trying to force. Chapter 4. How Scotty lifts everyone one elite defender doesn't automatically give you an elite defense. But one elite versatile defender can change what the whole team is comfortable doing. Because now the Raptors can take chances. They can trap harder, they can switch more, they can pressure the ball without panicking. Why? Because everybody knows Scotty is behind them cleaning things up. And that trust matters. Rotations get faster, communication gets louder. Guys play more aggressive because they're not terrified of one mistake ending in an open layup. And the energy part is real too. When your best player is diving, sprinting back, fighting through screens, making the extra effort, other guys follow. It becomes who you are. Chapter 5. Chemistry is not fake. This is the part people roll their eyes at, but you can actually see it with this team. The passes are quicker, the cuts are sharper, guys move like they trust each other to be in the right spot. Like that post touch where the guy attacks middle and instantly hits a cutter behind the back, that only happens when everyone is on the same page, because the passer has to trust the cut is coming, and the cutter has to trust the pass is coming. That's not talent, that's familiarity. And when a team has that, they stop looking like 5 guys on the court and start looking like one unit. It's also the stuff around him actually working. You need role players who do the boring things. You need guys who rebound, defend, cut, run the floor, swing the ball, take the right shot. That's where the Raptors have been better than expected, and the young guys have helped too. Not even just scoring, but effort plays. Offensive rebounds, loose balls, timing blocks, cutting off drives. Those possessions don't look sexy, but in tight games, they're the difference between winning and losing. And when that effort is consistent, it stacks up over weeks. That's how you build a real identity. Chapter 7. The ripple effect. Here's what happens when you have defenders like this. Teams can't just run the same attack the weak link plan over and over. Pick and rolls don't feel as clean. The paint feels crowded. The easy downhill stuff turns into floaters and rushed kickouts. And over the course of a game, that matters. Because if you can turn good shots into kind of bad shots for 48 minutes, you're going to win a lot of games you shouldn't. And roster-wise, it changes everything too. When you have a switchable star defender, you can experiment more. You can hide weaker defenders. You can play weird lineups and still survive. That becomes even more valuable in the playoffs, where teams hunt matchups like it's their job. Chapter 8. Is it real? Now, the fair question, can they keep this up? Because sustaining elite defense is hard. It takes health, it takes focus, it takes effort every single night, and younger players can hit walls. Foul trouble can swing games. Injuries can change everything. All true. But this doesn't feel like a random hot streak. The defense looks real. The net rating backs it up. They've gotten wins that weren't flukes. And the bigger thing is the foundation. This is a team that clearly decided this is who we are now. Scotty isn't just getting highlights. He's becoming the center of an identity. And whether he wins DPOY or not, teams are already treating him like a problem. If you enjoyed this video, I've got another one for you right here. It's 100% your type of video. Click it.